All right, let's just jump right in. If you run a business, you know the headache of buying software, right? It's supposed to solve all your problems, but a lot of the time it just creates brand new ones. Today, we're going to talk about a very specific and honestly, a very expensive problem. We're calling it the field service software trap. And more importantly, how you can spot it a mile away and just avoid it altogether.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You sit through this incredible, polished presentation, you sign on the dotted line feeling great about it. And then, a few months later, you are literally wrestling with a system that just doesn't fit your business. It's this universal frustration, and you know what? It's not an accident. The whole process is often designed to work out exactly that way.
And this right here, this is the heart of the problem. It's the massive gap between the sales demo and your actual reality. Look at the demo side. Perfect, clean data, a workflow that's just a flawless straight line, and of course, a super confident sales rep who's got an answer for everything. But then you look at your reality. It's messy. You've got real-world data, constant chaos, jobs that run late, customers changing their minds, and yeah, engineers stuck in a basement with absolutely no signal. The thing is, the demo isn't exactly lying, it's just not showing you anything close to your actual truth.
And that whole situation leads us to what we're calling the software trap. See, this isn't just about making a bad purchase. It's a fundamental problem with how this stuff is sold. The whole goal, a lot of the time, is to get you committed financially and emotionally way before you've had a real chance to see if the system can actually handle the chaos of your day-to-day work.
And here's the psychology behind it, which is so powerful. It's something called the sunk cost trap. Think about it. Once you've paid thousands of pounds in setup fees and your team has spent weeks, maybe even months learning a new system, the idea of just walking away feels like a huge failure. It's too painful to start all over again. And the software vendors, they know this. They're absolutely counting on that feeling, that inertia, to keep you paying, even if their product is a terrible So, you might be asking, how do they actually pull this off? Well, let's pull back the curtain on what we'll call the sales theater playbook. These are the common tricks of the trade, the tactics used to guide you right into that trap. And once you can spot them, you can dodge them. Okay, so it all starts with that control demo we just talked about, right? Step 1. Then, step 2, you get the classic line, "Oh, that feature you need? Don't worry, it's coming soon." But listen, a promise on a roadmap is not a feature you can use today. Next up, the tiered pricing. They lure you in with an affordable-looking plan, but surprise, the one feature you desperately need is only in the super expensive tier. Then they'll often pair that with a crippled free trial, so you can't even test those critical features anyway. And the final nail in the coffin, the annual contract. They get you to sign it before you've had any real chance to find out what's wrong with the software. And believe me, falling for this playbook has a very, very real cost, and it goes way beyond just the monthly subscription fee. The true price of getting this wrong can seriously hamstring your entire business, sometimes for years. It usually starts right here, a big upfront setup fee. We're talking £5,000 or even more that you have to pay before you can even begin to meaningfully test if the software is going to work for your team. It's basically the cover charge to get into the trap.
And this next number, honestly, it's staggering. The data shows that the cost of just getting the software up and running, the implementation, the consulting, getting your data moved over, can be 1.5 times the value of the entire first year's subscription. So let's put that in perspective. That software package you thought was £30,000, it's really going to cost you closer to 75 grand in that first year alone. Wow. And beyond the money, there are all these other costs, the ones that never show up on an invoice. You've got the weeks, maybe months of lost time and productivity during implementation and training. You've got the hit to your team's morale when they have to learn another new system, only to find out they have to create all these clunky workarounds just to do their jobs. And maybe the biggest cost of all, opportunity. The business improvements you could be making are just delayed, all because you're stuck with the wrong tool. Okay, so that was all the bad news. But here's the good news. There is absolutely a way out. So let's shift gears and talk about the escape plan. This is your actionable guide, your step-by-step on how to evaluate software the right way so you can just sidestep that trap completely. All right, the most crucial point is this. You have to test your reality, not theirs. That means importing your own messy customer and job data, not their squeaky clean demo data. You've got to put your engineers in the field and have them use the app on a real job site with bad signal. You need to run a full invoice cycle from the moment a job is created all the way to seeing that invoice pop up in your accounting software. And this is so important. Test the exceptions. What happens when a job runs over or a customer changes their mind last minute?
You also have to get the real total cost, all fees, in writing. And finally, always know how to get out before you even sign on. And this is exactly what a real test should look like. I'm not talking about a video or some PowerPoint slideshow. This should be your planner board with your engineers' names on it, scheduling your actual jobs. Can you drag and drop a job? How does it handle a last-minute emergency call? If you can't do this during your trial period, you are not really testing the software. And here's the other half of the puzzle. The Mogul app has to be tested out in the real world, not just on the comfy office Wi-Fi. Can your engineer actually fill out a timesheet, upload photos from the job, and get a customer signature while they're in a location with spotty service? Honestly, this is the ultimate pass-fail test for any field service software. Okay, to make this even simpler, let's just boil it all down to a simple checklist. Think of this as your field guide for red flags versus green flags that you can take with you into your next software evaluation. All right, let's talk red flags. If the pricing is hidden behind a contact sales button, that's a warning sign. If the free trial is neutered with all the core features locked, run. If they demand an annual contract or big setup fees up front before you can do any real testing, that is a huge red flag. And be really skeptical of vague promises about offline mode or if they try to charge you extra for basic things like support or integration. Okay, now for the good stuff, the green flags. A vendor who's actually confident in their product, they'll let you sign up and try everything without even talking to a salesperson. Their pricing will be public right there on the website for everyone to see. They'll offer a monthly billing option, which gives you an easy out if you need it. And they'll have true offline capability built in, not some cheap imitation. These are all signs of a company that actually respects you and your business. This quote right here really just sums up the whole philosophy. Can you import your actual customers, schedule your actual jobs, have your engineers use the mobile app, and process an actual invoice, all before paying anything? It's the single most important question you can ask, and if the answer is anything other than a confident yes, you need to be really, really careful. Because, at the end of the day, this is it. This is the test that matters. So, before you sign that next big software contract, just ask yourself this one simple question. Have you tested your reality? Not theirs, yours.